you do me a favor? Can you, with those nice arms, can you reach over to that?
Yeah, with those orangutan long ass
Oh,
arms.
now see,
see,
I was being nice.
You sure were.
wait, we supposed to say that when he's not in the room.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
exactly.
Okay.
We talked about this.
That's all right, man. We told him to do these.
Yeah, go ahead.
What about that too? See the form? And what am I doing?
And you can go ahead and, with good form, open up that door right there. Yeah, and yeah, let
I thought
it.
you were trying to keep the riffraff out.
I was kind of. And look, if Denise walks up in, I'm telling her immediately, you got don't come in here. That guy, don't come in here because
Well, that girl cannot not open her mouth.
no, she cannot. I've told her. Yeah, Denise, I'm talking about you. I'm being. Oh, now I said it. She gonna come up here. I know. What the hell am I?
You just did a bat signal.
I did. Oh, she gonna hear it anyway. She hears that shit.
What's that, Aquaman?
Yeah, exactly. She picking it
Super
up.
Friends, from Super
Oh
Friends.
yeah. They're saying my name. I've told her forcefully. I said, now if you're gonna come in here, she came here the other night.
Yeah.
And I said, Denise, now if you're gonna come in here, don't say anything. All right?
Got
Be
it.
quiet. Get a goddamn thing. Yeah. And she said, yeah. Sat up here and just talked the whole time.
People act like doing stuff like that is not distracting to us.
Exactly.
Like no sense of
Sure.
things can be distracting when you're on camera and you're trying to interact with your co-hosts, with your cast members.
Exactly.
yeah.
Now you hear this, you hear it from me, you think I'm being an asshole. Now you hearing it from somebody else, that's just distracting.
It's distracting.
And I'm trying to keep her from coming in here because I know it's distracting you too. And she's sitting right next to him. Denise be floating in here looking like this.
Well, without the legs.
Yeah.
Is Blueberry Peter Lorre?
Yeah.
Okay, I said.
No,
I said-
Blueberry's Denise. Yeah, she be floating in looking like this. Yeah, it's Denise. She be floating in looking like this.
See, that's how you
Hey,
said
man.
Blueberry, because you already started doing Peter Lorre's voice.
Yes.
I mean, something.
Hey, Martin. Hi.
This is comedy, but it's not comedy because she's not on the mic, so nobody can really hear what she's saying.
Exactly. Like last night, you couldn't hear her. Last night, let me tell you what I did. I did an ad for Shopify.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
And I have this thing that I say sometimes where I pick up pics and I say, whether you're selling cheese or chihuahuas. And she's like, hey, that reminds me, and she already start talking. She raised her hand and, hey, that reminds me. And I was like, okay, my dumb ass, I thought, well, you know what? Maybe she used Shopify. Maybe she has something
Come
to
on,
say.
man.
You were trying to create that bridge too.
I said, yeah.
Yes, but those things you sell, you use Shopify.
It
As
sure
well.
was like that. It's like, so we have
She said-
yeah.
That's your bridge, nigga.
Ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a Shopify customer right here. Come on up.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
Shopify?
And then she came up and she was like, she didn't even come up. She just sat over there and like, yes, that reminds me. I brought snacks for your chihuahuas today. You know, the chihuahuas like to eat. And I was like, shut the fuck. You know
Hey,
what? It's my fault.
you know what?
It's my fault.
That was way more on brand than I thought it was going to be. At least you talking about Chihuahua. At least something you said was what the response was. Because, I mean, there have been times I'd be like, that reminds me, I do love tigers. I mean, I'm just saying.
No. The best moment of last night wasn't even when the
enjoyed
show
the
was on.
Was what?
The show wasn't. I don't think we were on camera or nothing. When you said somebody had advice for Julian because his locks kept breaking, and
Martin said, why are you filming this?
his locks.
His hair.
Oh, Black Julian. Okay.
Yes, and Denise said, I have somebody who can fix that. Yeah, yeah, it's a locksmith. And I'm just sitting here watching this because I know that they talk about two different types of locks.
Sure.
And it took them so long to figure that out.
Well, she didn't even say, let me tell you how this conversation went. She didn't even say that. She said, I read a comment from somebody in the chat over here. And they said, I know I have a recommendation. I have a tip on how Julian can keep his locks from breaking. Talking about his hair. And of course Denise was over there like, hi. And and at the end, I even told Julian, when we stopped recording, she says, I can tell you about your locks. And Julian like, yeah, what? And I was like, don't indulge. But it was too late. He was already going in.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, I know somebody that can come in and fix your locks and give you new keys. And he was like, huh?
He really was.
Yeah, and I was like, Julian, she's talking about a locksmith. She's not talking about. And he's like, who that?
Yeah. What I need keys for?
Yeah, no, he didn't even say keys. Like, what I need that for? I was like, you fucking don't, man. I was like, God damn it.
That's when you hit record and you let Abbott and Costello do that thing right there. You know what I'm saying? Who's on locks?
I said, this is why I told y'all not to do this shit. Cause both y'all are crazy and both y'all talking to each other is some insane shit.
Boy,
he thought locksmith was a dude.
Then locksmith, he's the best hairdresser in town.
Yeah, because he asked him that who
first name Lock, last name Smith.
Yeah, because that's what he thought. Like, who that?
Locksmith.
He's like, no, that's what he said.
What his prices?
She said, I know a locksmith, and he's like, no, I already got somebody. It's like they're not talking about the same fuck. And he said, and then that's what it was. She said, I got a locksmith. He's like, who that? And he's like, oh, I don't know who that is. I already got somebody. And then she said, no, that's somebody who can fix the locks to your doors. And he's like, what I need that for? I was like, God damn it, y'all don't.
Yeah.
I was like, there she is. There she is. Come here. Come here.
What are you talking about?
I know, I'm gonna talk about you. Come here. How you doing?
Smack.
Talking smack. How you doing? The food really was good though. She made. Tell everybody what you made.
Spaghetti with hidden vegetables.
Yeah.
With hidden vegetables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hide my vegetables.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
Uh-huh.
How come you can't be quiet when you're in here?
I was
time.
quiet.
No, you were not quiet.
Not last night.
She gonna look at you crazy.
Look at you make that face.
I was quieter.
Quiet her.
Okay. I'll accept that.
Quiet. I was quieter.
But that doesn't answer his question.
Yeah, when I tell you nobody can hear you on mic or you say non sequitur things, what is it that's not connecting?
I'm just used to people saying they can't hear me when I speak generally.
No. Try again. That doesn't answer to the question he just asked you.
What's it try? I'm not accepting that.
I didn't mean to confer with my client. Take the fifth.
She can't do that.
I would rather have.
That's the core concept.
I would rather you just be honest with me because I asked and just tell me you just mentally cannot do it. Because I asked Felix the same thing.
That's right.
People had a dude named Felix. I asked Felix. I told him to make me a promise because I said you are banned from the studio. You would never go in there again unless you can promise me that you can be quiet. That's all I'm asking you to do. And he looked at me and he couldn't give me an answer so bad tears start coming down his eyes. I'm not lying. He's and I was like, oh my God, you
broke
can't.
him. Yeah.
You mentally can't do it.
Well, one time he was quiet, but then he remember. We was at the old studio. Just let me. See, you already got me. I'm trying not to laugh as it is.
Man.
I just tell some crazy.
I hope I never get described that way. Well, that one time.
No, that one time he
did
was.
it right.
And it was only the one time. And it was one time. And it was you were ballistic. And I heard it boiling, boy. It was him and Carlos back there. And them niggas basically started building a carburetor or something in the back. And it was like they weren't talking, but it was pow, boom, bam, bam. Pop, 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 pop. It was like.
Whenever it's the two of them together, forget about it.
But
I remember that.
When he raises his hand,
I had something to say.
he start voguing this
You
shit.
lied. No, you don't. You have
did.
okay. You have something to say, but it makes no sense to what we're talking about.
It did.
How?
Her.
Tell us
Okay,
that.
on the Fall Guy. How did y'all expect that to have a story and be so great when in
she
the
talking about?
previews, it's basically
You don't know what you're talking
Fast
about.
and the Furious movie just without cars.
Yeah, it's not a call on the audience kind of thing because you don't even have a mic. So when you're talking, our viewing audience can't even really hear you.
And you know why I mess with you? Because I know it don't phase you. If it ain't got through to you now, it ain't gonna ever get through. After all
Man,
these
for
years.
all we know, she leaves the room and she goes to the bathroom and cries. And I'm not just saying that. I do think about that sometimes. I really don't want to hurt her feelings.
She does go to the bathroom and cry from laughing at us. Them niggas think I'm gonna be quiet.